Dricus Du Plessis just gave fans a peek into his training camp, and let's just say, jaws dropped. Ahead of his fight with Khamzat, Dricus isn't just working hard, he's working like a man on a mission. From intense sparring to tossing heavy stones around like toys, his training looks brutal, raw, and unexpected.
Oh my god! Okay, time! What? Oh my god! What?
When most fighters spar, it's a controlled session, but for Dricus, it looks more like an all-out war. He's not coasting through light jabs or soft exchanges. He's moving with purpose, testing timing, distance, and pressure, the way he'll have to against someone as relentless as Khamzat. You can see him mixing strikes, switching levels, and pushing the pace like it's the final round. The goal here clearly isn't just to stay sharp, it's to simulate the storm Chimaev will bring and meet it head-on without flinching. Next up, Dricus is doing something that almost looks old school. He's picking up a heavy stone or weighted ball straight off the gym floor, tossing it over his shoulder with force, spinning around, and doing it all over again. This isn't just about strength, it's about explosive power, grip control, and conditioning. Every rep looks exhausting, but he keeps going over and over, building the kind of brute toughness that can wear down anyone in a clinch. There's no fancy machine or perfect setup. It's just raw power, old-fashioned grind, and the kind of effort that breaks limits. Then there's the bar walk. Dricus grips a rod loaded with weighted plates and walks it across the gym. It looks simple at first, but it's far from easy. The pressure it puts on his arms, shoulders, and back is no joke. His core stays tight, legs steady, and the weight drags on him every step of the way. You can see it in his face. He's feeling it. But that's the point. It's a building that carries through kind of strength, the one that helps you survive when your body screams to quit. It's not flashy, but it's the kind of thing that pays off when the fight gets ugly. Then there's the heavy bag footage. Now, many fighters hit the bag for power or speed, but Dricus seems to be focusing on timing and accuracy as well. You can see him pause between shots, step around, and reset. It's not just about throwing hard punches, it's about knowing when to throw them. That may sound small, but in real fights, that difference can mean the difference between knockouts and avoiding being countered.
Oh my God, Dick, oh, fuck. Dude, someone call time.
That brutal training, it's just the surface. What really separates Dricus isn't the weights he lifts or the punches he throws. It's what's brewing underneath. There's a mindset there that feels different, almost unsettling. He's not walking into the cage looking to outscore someone. He's walking in with something far more intense driving him. In a recent moment that caught everyone off guard, Dricus spoke about what this fight means to him. It wasn't your typical hype talk. The words he chose and the calm way he said them felt like a window into just how far he's willing to go. He didn't talk about winning or surviving. He talked about something else entirely. And when you hear it, when you see how he says it, you start to understand why this man is the champion. It's not just his body that's prepared for war. His mind is already there.
When I go in there, if there's no ref, if the ref doesn't stop it, I'm not stopping. I can be sitting on you for 10 minutes, bashing your face. If the ref doesn't say stop, I'm not stopping. And that is the question that me as a modern day gladiator has to ask myself. Am I still willing to die? Absolutely. That's easy. It's, are you willing to kill a man in front of his family? Yes, I am. And that's why I'm the world champion. Because I say yes to that answer, that question every single time.
That's what separates Dricus from the rest. It's not just about skill or training. It's about his willpower and how deeply focused he is. While other fighters might prepare for a battle, Dricus prepares for the worst case scenario. He trains his mind to be just as strong as his body. He's fully prepared to go to places inside the cage that most people are too scared to even think about. This mindset is why he's the world champion. Every single thing he says, every move he makes shows that he's built for this. He's not afraid of pain, not afraid of the pressure, and not afraid of doing whatever it takes. His focus is locked in, his will is unshakable, and his goal is clear: to finish whoever stands in front of him no matter what it takes.
Is Khamzat going to be able to take me down? Absolutely. Absolutely he'll be able to take me down. This is how a fight works. I would hope so. Isn't he like some Swedish champion or something? I would hope he could take me down. But then he has to deal with me on the ground, and he has to keep me there. Can I take Khamzat down? Absolutely. Am I going to take Khamzat down? Absolutely. I'm not scared of Khamzat wrestling. I'm not evading. I'm not trying to stay off the ground with Khamzat. That's the mistake everybody makes. Now, whether it be Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev, it's Strickland. I have felt everything you can give. And I promise you, this time the judges won't need to be there. If with Khamzat, you think you're strong, you think you're powerful, you have not felt anything. And I can't wait till I see it on his face, because I see it on every single person I fight's face when they realize, oh, shit.
And when you see just how locked in Dricus is, both physically and mentally, it makes sense why even fellow fighters and experts are starting to take a closer look. One of them is Rainier de Ridder, a highly respected name in MMA, who recently shared his thoughts on Dricus. And while he didn't go overboard with praise, his comments said a lot between the lines. Rainier called Dricus a more typical style to prepare for. Not easier, but more straightforward. He mentioned how you can bring in Dagestani or Chechen wrestlers to mimic someone like Khamzat, but with Dricus, it's more of a clean, fundamental approach. That might sound like a simple observation, but it speaks volumes about Dricus's discipline. His style isn't based on wild unpredictability. It's built on control, pressure, and knowing exactly what he wants to do the moment that cage door shuts. And that shows in his training. There's no flash, no gimmicks, just raw, purposeful work. Whether it's throwing stones over his shoulder or grinding through sparring rounds, every session has one clear goal: sharpen the tools that win real fights. Rainier might not call it special, but that's the point. Dricus doesn't rely on tricks. He breaks you with conditioning, with focus, and with a mindset that never lets up.
He would be like an easier guy to prepare for. Not that he is an easier fight, but is more of a typical style. I can bring a couple of Dagestanis and a couple Chechens in who wrestle pretty similar to Khamzat. He boxes pretty cleanly, like boxing style. So yeah, that is not that spectacular. It's spectacular. It's not that special in a sense that it's not as weird as Dricus is, So it'll be harder to prepare for him, but he might, if he wins, he might be the bigger name. But in my mind, I'm fighting both those guys in the next 6 to 9 months anyway.
Not bad, but I still think Dricus gets it. I think just late finish, yeah. Late finish. Khamzat would, yeah, I think Khamzat will, if he wins, it's the first 2 rounds, or the first round. But Dricus is just chaotic. Chaotic good, chaotic evil. That's literally what this fight might be. Chaotic good versus chaotic evil.
Coming off the back of Renier de Ritter's thoughts, Michael Bisping's take brings a completely different kind of weight. While Bisping is clearly hyped about the matchup, what really stands out is the amount of respect he gives Dricus. He doesn't just see him as another name on Khamzat's hit list. He sees him as a serious, well-rounded threat who could very well stop the Chimaev train in its tracks. Bisping points out that Dricus isn't the type of guy you just take down and smother. He's big, hard to hold down, and he knows exactly how to fight back with fire.
Slow down. Now, Dricus is a big dude. He's not going to be easy to take down. Dricus is going to play him at his own game, and that's exactly what he's got to do. You can't run away from Khamzat Chimaev, okay? The man's going to get you. He's going to get a hold of you, and he's going to try and take you down, and he's probably going to be successful. So what do? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to meet him head on. You're going to fight him at his own game, and that's exactly what Dricus Du Plessis said that he's going to do. He will get a hold of it, and he probably will take you down. So meet him head on. Make him work for it. The best form of defense is attack. Put Khamzat Chimaev on the back foot. Dricus Du Plessis isn't scared of anyone. You probably saw that picture of me.
And it's not just about Dricus being tough. Bisping highlights how Dricus has been improving in all areas. His cardio, once a question mark, now looks sharp, especially since that nose surgery. According to Bisping, he's firing on all cylinders now, and that's a scary version of Dricus to deal with. It's a version that trains smart, pushes limits, and doesn't slow down when things get tough.
Job, okay? So the man's cooking with gas. He's firing on all cylinders, and he can't wait to go head-to-head with Khamzat Chimaev. So, would it be a disaster if Khamzat Chimaev wins? That's what Dean Thomas said. I kind of get his point, because we do want to have a busy champion, okay? You got to fight. You can't sit on the sidelines. You can't become the champion and say, right, I'm going to avoid fighting people now. No, you got to defend it, because when you defend it, that's when you make money. That's how you build your brand. That's how you get the endorsement right from day one. And I think if he can beat Dricus, and that's a big if, it's a very big if, okay? I don't know if he can. I'd probably lean towards Dricus Du Plessis, but if he does do it, it remains to be seen whether or not that will be a disaster. I think he will fight more frequently because he'll be the champion of the world. He'll want to get back in there. He'll want to show everybody. And to be honest, if he beats Dricus Du Plessis, who's going to beat him?
Bisping doesn't hand out predictions lightly, but by the end of it, he leans toward Dricus. He admits it's a big if, but he believes if anyone can meet Khamzat head on and make him work for every inch, it's Dricus Du Plessis. That kind of belief from a former champ speaks volumes, not just about who Dricus is, but about how his training, mindset, and evolution have made him a serious force in this division.
Dricus is a fucking animal,
That's
dude.
a tough motherfucker.
He's a fucking animal.
That's a
Holy
tough
shit.
fucking guy.
I was saying that those punches, even though he's exhausted, you can't be in those exchanges. You're going to get clipped. If you get clipped, you're in real trouble. Fuck, he got hit with those big right hands, man. He got rocked with those right hands.
You think Dricus beats Khamzat?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I do. I really do. I think Khamzat is a sprinter. I think if you were to make fights 1 5-minute round, Khamzat beats anybody in the world, any weight class. But you can't fight championship level fights for 5 rounds at the pace where he's at his best. If he fights like that at his best, I think Dricus is so durable and he's so smart that he'll be able to withstand that. Now they're swimming in deep water, and Khamzat can't swim that deep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Din Thomas didn't hesitate. He made it clear that he truly believes Dricus Du Plessis will beat Khamzat Chimaev. And for Din, this isn't just a close fight. He sees a clear path to victory. He thinks people are underestimating just how smart and durable Dricus really is, and how quickly things can turn once Khamzat's early storm passes. Din sees Khamzat as someone built for short, explosive bursts, the kind of fighter who dominates when he can finish fast. But this isn't a one-round fight. This is a 5-round fight for the belt, and Din doesn't think Khamzat can keep that same explosive style without burning himself out. He described him like a sprinter trying to swim in deep water, and in his eyes, Dricus is the one who can drag him there.
So what do you think? It just goes into the championship rounds and he figures them out?
Yeah. I think that by the 3rd round, Khamzat's like, all right, I don't really know. I can't, this guy's not going away. Wow. And also, too, is if Khamzat does, let's say he does pace himself a little better, Dricus will just pour it on him.
Right.
So I think that pacing is
Once the fight crosses into those later rounds, Din pictures Khamzat fading, not just physically, but mentally. That moment where he starts realizing Dricus isn't backing off, that he's still standing, still throwing, still coming forward. And then, instead of Khamzat dictating the fight, he's just trying to survive while Dricus keeps building.
a big factor. We always talk about this cardio thing, but cardio is really just being able to manage whatever pace you have based on the skill set you have. That's really what it comes down to. Like if you have a very limited skill set and you're forced to be in situations that you're not comfortable in, you're going to have bad cardio. But when you have a very well-rounded skill set and you can pace yourself better, you're going to have good cardio. So, I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
But what makes Din's prediction hit harder is how he explains pacing. He discusses cardio in terms of control. He points out that fighters with well-rounded skill sets don't get tired the same way. They're not fighting the pace, they're setting it. That's where Dricus has the edge, because he knows how to stay dangerous while staying patient. When you put all these takes together, from De Ridder's calm analysis to Bisping's full support, it's clear Dricus has earned real respect. He's not just the guy who used to gas out or throw wild punches. He's a complete middleweight champ now, training smart and fighting even smarter. This fight won't be easy for either man. Dricus has the grit, Khamzat brings the pressure, and it's all building up to something explosive. But what do you think? Can Dricus weather the storm, or is Khamzat just too much? Let us know in the comments below.